What I would say then is, so I'll talk you through the whole selection process. So to join the academy, you go through the discovery call, which Matt has very articulately described. The online assessment, there are 3 sections to it. So then you've got the national SIFT, and you've got the behavioral, which is the behavioral science questionnaire, and the SJT. That's your entry level. That's the qualification you need. Those are the exams you need to pass just to do the online assessment. Once you pass the online assessment, you might apply to the Met Police through the online assessment. Once you get the online assessment pass, you can take that pass to any police service in the United Kingdom, well, apart from Police Scotland. So if you decide, well, the Met Police, their recruitment process is a bit slow, I want to move it to Thames Valley, you can relocate your OAC qualification, your OAC pass somewhere else. So the online assessment, 3 elements to it. There's a verbal briefing, a written briefing, and a 5-question competency-based interview, all done from the comfort of your own home. It is an online test. Cameras on for 2 of the search sessions, not for the written, but for the interview and for the verbal briefing, camera is on. And we provide all of the resources you need to pass all of those elements. Probably the trickiest element of all 5 is, I would say, the interview, because whilst we can talk you through general scenarios that you might be asked around the written and the verbal briefing, all of you will have 5 different examples you want to bring to your interview. So if you are able to secure yourself a coach, that's probably where you get your best value for money, is in that working out what your 5 best examples are and practicing that. Again, if you're part of the academy, you'll have access to all the webinars anyway, and it is possible to pass everything simply by watching webinars. It's all a matter for yourselves. There's a lot of choice, a lot of flexibility there. When you ring, you either speak to Matt, our Matt, not the new Matt, our Matt or Debbie, and they'll sort of discuss with you, and they will find out what your motivation is, what level of support do you need to get through. Now, when I say support, it doesn't mean that I don't think you're intelligent enough to pass. I've seen 18-year-olds have passed, and I've met 36-year-old people who have got significant history in the corporate world fail because they simply didn't understand how to approach it. So this is about understanding the systems and processes of passing the selection process. This is not a commentary on whether you're clever enough to be a cop, if that makes sense. Once you pass the online assessment, you then use that as your ticket to apply for final interview for your chosen police force. Now, currently, there are the College of Policing is morphing from the CVF to CVF competency value framework, what we measure people against. CVF 2016 is now dead. They've now gone live with CVF 2024. However, some police forces are still using CVF 2016. And annoyingly and frustratingly, some police forces don't even use 2016 or 2024. They have their own. Metropolitan Police being a classic example, Merseyside as well do their own. So it's really important when you get to final interview, find out, am I being tested against CVF 2016, CVF 2024, or some other CVF that particular police force has decided it wants to use. If you're a Met applicant, there is 2 role plays. Unless if you're a Met applicant for being a detective, then there is 1 role play, but there's 1 in-tray exercise and 1 crime briefing. If you're Hampshire and Isle of Wight, then I discussed before, there's a group discussion. If you want to be a detective for Gloucestershire, I think Thames Valley, Devon and Cornwall, quite a few other forces, there is a crime briefing. And again, in fact, I think I've had 4 clients and all 4 have passed that crime. It's a different one to the Met Police crime briefing, but there's a crime briefing.